is all the way over here. He's from Virginia, and he is the educated redneck. Everybody put your hands together for Mr. Dan Ellison!
Carson City, how the fuck y'all doing? Look, folks, I just spent $8,000 in gas to get here. You can give me a little more love than that. How y'all doing tonight? This gas thing is crazy, man. It's $5.67. Holy shit. It's even worse in California. I'm like, wow. Matter of fact, I stopped getting gas in California. So I would try to stretch my gas to get in and get out before I had to buy more gas. And then I ran out of gas. Yeah, so I called the insurance company to see if they'd bring me a couple of gallons. And apparently they did the math and just said, fuck it, and totaled my van. I actually think they got the better end of that deal. Strange being out here. Y'all do different shit out here. You do. Like I was up in Washington and Oregon, and I always knew they were big hikers and outdoors people. And then when I drove through Portland, I found out how much they were into camping. Because they're like camping on the interstate and downtown, sidewalks, parks. Actually, it makes sense if you think about it. Why drag all your shit way out into the wilderness when you can just set up a tent right outside a Food Lion and just beer for everybody? Everything out here seems weird to me. Like that fruit checkpoint to get into California. That's stupid as shit. It's really funny because I've been traveling for like 30 years, man. And in those 30 years, I always had to hide my pot. Now I cross into California with my pot sitting next to me and my potatoes hidden in my pants in the back. What the hell is going on? You can rob a store, you can shit in the street, you can shoot up in the street, but hey, don't bring that nanner across the state line. We have some morals somewhere. It's really funny because I travel a lot because everybody tells me they can do this job. I hear that shit all the time when everybody goes, what do you do? Well, I'm a comic. Well, I could do that. Well, yeah, this part probably right. Telling jokes is the fun part. You know, the shitty part? Driving. Lots and lots of driving. And if you've ever driven, the hardest way to kill time is your boredom. You're just bored when you're driving. So what I do when I drive is I listen to the AM radio. No. That's where you get your real news. No, it ain't owned by big corporate America. No, it's owned by small towns. And when I was driving through Lancaster, Pennsylvania, I had no idea how shitty their economy was until I heard this story on the AM radio. They were all excited in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, because a new dildo manufacturing plant was going to open and add 160 jobs to the local economy. Now, how shitty does your economy have to be that a rubber dick manufacturing plant is good news? And I want you to think about this as you're sitting there drinking your morning coffee at the Mr. Fister Dildo Company. I ain't making a word of this shit up. Google Mr. Fister Lancaster. This story will come up as you're sitting there drinking your morning coffee at the Mr. Fister Dildo Company as a row of glistening wieners go bouncing behind you on an assembly line. You have to think, I should have paid attention in math. Because good decisions do not lead you to a career making rubber dicks. Bad decisions and tequila take you down that path. Some of you tequila drinkers out there, that shit'll mess you and your car up. That shit's wicked. Do you realize it's somebody's job at Mr. Fister to put on a suit and tie, sit down, look across the counter at somebody and go, so, what makes you think you'd be good with rubber dicks. Have any experience with rubber dicks? References. Do you look at a guy and go, do you mind making your replacement? Because that's what you're doing. I've heard you women. I got my Bob. Battery operated boyfriend. Do anything a guy can do. Oh, really? Oh, really? Send Bob down the hallway at 2 o'clock in the morning to see what the fuck that noise was. Hey, Bob, why don't you go check that shit out? I done my job. That's why I sleep naked for home security. Y'all confused. Let me explain why I sleep naked for home security with one simple sentence. Most guys do not want to wrestle a naked dude. Look at the guys. The guy's like, he's got a point. Because you've been in a fight, and I've been in a couple, shit can end up in weird places. And the last thing you want to remember while you're fighting for your life is my wiener slapping you back and forth across your face. And know this, if I come downstairs naked and I kick your ass, I'm going to teabag you. That shit's going to happen. Ain't going to be no quick one either. It's going to be like a long Earl Grey. And you're going to see me naked, so you're going to know I ain't going to have to dip that far. Gravity. You guys know what I'm talking about. Remember you could take a dump and not get your balls wet? Those were the good old days. That's why I use my grandson's booster seat. It gives me like 2 inches of nut clearance is what it gives me. I'm known as the educated redneck. That's what I'm known as. I was originally born and raised in Parkersburg, West Virginia. I was an electrical engineer for 13 years. Quit it to do comedy. So, my parents are proud. And that's why they call me the educated redneck. It ain't no simpler than that. Where are my rednecks at? Rednecks, clap for me. Folks, I'm in Carson City, Nevada. I drove around your town today. I know me and them 3 people that clap, they ain't the only damn rednecks in this room. Don't make me point your redneck asses out. It's okay, I know why nobody wants to be a redneck. We're the only group of people you can openly insult to our face. Seriously, grab anybody and tell them you're from West Virginia, they'll just look right at you and go, so, do you sleep with your sister? It's like, no, I go back to my own room when I'm done, asshole. We got a double wide. That means I have my own bedroom for yous don't know. Go around, there's stupid shit everywhere. I like watching TV, but it's got to the point where it's so dumb. Like these commercials. Have you seen the Carvana commercial? Anybody seen that shit besides me where they've got a vending machine to give you your car? Who the hell thought that was a good idea? Folks, you think you get pissed when your Snickers get stuck. Wait till your new car is dangling in the machine and you got to figure out what car above it you got to purchase to knock your shit free. Went in for a Dodge Ram, ended up with a Prius. Now where am I going to hang my plastic nuts? Because plastic nuts on a Dodge Ram, macho. Plastic nuts on a Prius, looks like you're waiting to get rear-ended. What I'm saying is you just got to be careful what you hang plastic nuts on is what I'm saying. I have a white creeper van. Hang those on my van and I can't drive through school zones, so. There goes that nasty guy with the mirrored windows. I like technology, even though I'm getting older. I still haven't got afraid of it. I like using pizza apps. It's my new favorite thing. I like it because I don't have to talk to somebody I don't have to talk to a minimum wage person who thinks they're way above that. It's really funny because I just punch shit in and then it tells me. Like I was in Ohio and there was one Domino's in the town I was in. So I was in a big place. And I punched in my order and it says, Paul has received your order. And I'm like, kick ass. It made it there. A couple seconds later, I checked. It says, Paul is prepping your pizza for the oven. I'm like, go get him, Paul. Couple minutes later, it says, Paul has put your pizza in the oven. And I'm like, does anybody do anything but fucking Paul? Then it says, Paul is checking your pizza for perfection. I'm like, son of a bitch, he checks his own work. I said, if they say Paul's delivering the pizza, I'm going to call. Because there ain't going to be nobody there because Paul done left the shop after he made the pizza. Sure shit, Paul's delivering the pizza. I called. They answered. I said, let me speak to Paul. And the guy goes, which one? Damn, I didn't know that could be that way. It's a crazy world. You got to be careful what you say. You might offend somebody. Remember Beretta? Anybody here remember Beretta? Old enough for Beretta? Yeah, Beretta. Remember the white bird he had, the cockatoo? I got slapped over that bird. No, I did. We were talking around Beretta and how he had that bird and how he was cool and all this shit like this. And this woman come up and she was standing close to the conversation, so I thought she wanted to come in. So I turned to her and I said, so, you've had a cockatoo before? She slapped me. I wasn't judging. I'm just saying. I get it, though. I'm Beavis and Butthead. I am. I can't watch TV because I laugh at inappropriate times. Like I was watching a Vietnam special the other day. They were fighting over a town called Cu Chi. The announcer said the fighting was hard over Cu Chi. And I'm like, it should be. If there's anything worth fighting hard for, it's Cu Chi. But this is what made me spit my drink. He said the bush was thick in Cu Chi. And I'm like, well, it was the 70s, so. See, some of you older people remember those days. It's the little shit that'll get you. How I can't talk to young people because you changed every damn word. It now has a new meaning. Like I was trying to talk to one of my young buddies. I said I had trouble when I was out of town last week. I blew the tranny in my van. And he was like, I didn't know you swung that way. I'm like, no, the train, never mind. Somewhere this world changed. I don't know where it happened. I think it was right when we started that safety first horse shit. That's when it all started. It really started right then. Because you parents today, you actually love your kids. No, you do. You go to like kindergarten graduations and shit. What the fuck is that? What, they didn't poop their pants. They get to move on. That's a big achievement right there. Color in the lines. Graduate. You do. You love your kids, man. If your kids wreck their bikes, you run over to them. You run right over and you're just like, oh, don't move. Hold still. We'll get a C-collar. We'll call an ambulance. We'll get an x-ray. Wasn't that way when I was younger. Now, I'd wreck my bike. I'd go ass over tea kettle, come up with a bone sticking out, crying. And I'd hear this. Shut up. Shut up or I'm going to give you something to cry about. And then they would. They break out that mercurochrome. Any old people remember that shit? That red flame in a bottle, and they're pouring it on your exposed bone, and they're going, blow on it, and you're trying not to cry, and you're like, shit. I'm not even sure my parents liked me. No, I'm honest. I'd get up in the morning, Mom would be cooking breakfast. I'd go in and I'd go, morning. And she'd just look at me and go, get out. Get out. Yeah, get outside. Well, when can I come in? When it's dark. And she'd send me out the front door without any water. What the fuck? When did we get to become so concerned about hydration? Your kids look like Aquaman taking a field trip when they go out. These gigantic tankers of water so they don't dry up. What color's your pee? That's a personal question right there. We'd get sent out without any water. We'd go out in the sun, no shade, play all day. Nobody died of dehydration. We'd come home parched, but the sun was still up, so we couldn't go in. So you grab that garden hose that the snails have been climbing in for weeks. You turn that bitch on and always point it away from your face first, because that thing was hot as shit. And then you take a big slurp of that snail water. And nobody died. Because we had immune systems. I'm going to tell you all some shit you ain't going to believe. 3 years ago, people used to go to work sick. No. I never use my sick days for being sick. If you're going to feel miserable, why not go to a place you're already going to be miserable? Go to work. Be miserable. See, sick days was for shit that popped up, like concerts and shit. I can't come. I'm feeling too good. Bruce is in town. Got to go see the show. It changed, man. Somewhere along the way, it changed. Like, you guys are just, the safety generation just taking all the fun out of drinking and driving. Some of you remember the good old days. See, when I was younger, we just talked to the sober people because we knew drunk people didn't listen to shit. I can distinctly remember my grandma saying to me, get home, it's 2 o'clock, the bars are closing, the drunks will be out. And the sober people would just go home. And the drunk people would drive around, crash into each other, get out and chuckle, go home, report the car stolen, because that's how we dealt with it back in the day. Wasn't no tracking devices. They had to take your word. That was a big fucking mistake right there. Like, parties are not even fun to leave anymore because you got to go through an interrogation to get out the damn door. You sober? Are you sure you're sober? I saw you stumble a half hour ago. You sure you're sober? We'll get you an Uber. We'll get you a Lyft. We'll get you a cab. We'll get you a bus. We'll drive you. Oh, you're going to drive yourself? Call me when you get home. What the hell is that? So when I was younger, parties were a little different. I'd go to the front door of my buddy's Dale's party, and he'd look at me and go, Dan, you look like you're drunk. And I'd be, dude, I am fucked up. And he'd go, well, you have a long drive home. So here, have one for the road. They would give you a beer to drink on the way home. And if you lived a long way away, they'd give you 2. And a McDonald's cup. Got to have somewhere to pee. Don't want to get one of them Dewey things standing on the highway. And nobody ever said, call me when you get home. Because they know if my drunk ass made it home, the last thing I was going to tackle was that rotary dial phone. Because that bitch was hard enough sober. Try to dial, son of a bitch. I'm going to leave you with this. You safety generation, you're everywhere. You're everywhere. I like to hike. I'm a big hiker. I did a hike today down here somewhere outside of town. It was a lot of fun. I can't never remember the name of it. I'm shitty with names. But I was in Pikes Forest. I was 20 miles out in Pikes Forest. I was taking a hike off grid. I love that shit. I got to the trailhead, and safety generation's been there. There's a big sign at the trailhead that says, warning, bears have been seen in the area. And I'm like, no shit. It's the woods. The bears kind of live out here. I came out here to see a bear. You want to warn me about a bear? Warn me about a bear in a place I wouldn't expect to see a bear. Let's say, for example, the mall. Let's just say a bear got inside the mall and is just fucking shit up. Feel free to put a sign on the mall door that says bear inside fucking shit up, and I will forget my Dippin' Dots and go home. Thanks a lot. Y'all been a great crowd. I appreciate it. All right. Good for Saturday night. We're ready to have some fun. You ready to have some fun? Look at that. You're all ready to go now. You're all good. This next guy coming to stage, he's an award-winning filmmaker. He also has raised charity money for charities over $80,000, folks. He's a real good guy. Put your hands together. Make him feel welcome on stage. Jake Daniels. Make some noise for Jake Daniels and let him hear it, folks.
Keep it going for Dan, ladies and gentlemen. For Dan. Move some stuff around up here real quick. How are you guys? Some of you sound like a worn out Monday night crowd. How are you guys? All right. It's good to be here, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit about myself. Some of you guys might know, might notice I've hearing aids. I was actually born deaf. Didn't learn how to talk when I was 10 years old. Went to speech therapy until I was 20. Any sign language people out here tonight? Sign language people? Just the guy flipping me off in the back. Thank you very much. That's very, very nice. Thank you back in Carson City. You're number one also. So yeah, I did a lot of sign language growing up, and my friends would always ask me, they say, hey Jake, can you teach us how to sign the F word? And so I showed them how to sign the F word. The only problem was my mom would be watching from around the corner, and she'd be so upset with me. She took me right over the sink and washed my hands out with soap. Bullshit. And one of the kids, ladies and gentlemen, I always talk back to my mom. She's the one in the family that did sign language, and I talked back to her quite a bit. I'd argue with her, and she'd always win the argument by turning off the lights. And ladies and gentlemen, I went to the doctor. I had new insurance. I had a new hearing aid. Went to the doctor. I walked in the doctor's office. The doctor says, Jake, it's good to see you. So tell me, what are your symptoms? And I said, well, sir, I love The Simpsons. Bart is my favorite character. And I'm here. It's good to be here. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, I do play the saxophone a little bit. I'm going one quick song for you guys real quick. It's a really easy song. It's just a one-word song. I think you guys will figure it out as I get going here. I hope you guys can help me out. And we'll try this. And here we go. I spent about 10 months of the year on the road, and me and my wife, we adopted one of our daughters from the Dominican Republic. That daughter just turned 20 years old, and we're putting her through medical school, and my wife called me up one evening and says, hey honey, Sarah wants to be a medical doctor. She wants to be a plastic surgeon. What do you think of that? And I said, well, honey, that sounds like a great idea because you're almost 45. So I'm getting divorced again. And a little bit more about myself, ladies and gentlemen. I've actually been divorced twice, believe it or not. I have learned stuff from each relationship, though. For example, my first wife, she taught me about sexual positions. She taught that her favorite sexual position is actually right next door. She married that guy, and it turns out she wasn't hallucinating when she said she was seeing other people, so there's that. My second wife, she taught me about threesomes. Oh, you know her. She turned lesbian in the middle of a threesome. Me and that guy were really pissed off. But I finished, don't judge me, I finished. And then he finished out the line like, dude, you're disgusting, man. Back to Carson City, Nevada with you. By the way, man, it's good to see you again. Thanks for coming out on the show. You look a lot different with your clothes on, by the way. And a little bit more about myself, ladies and gentlemen. I am an award-winning filmmaker, by the way, which means I'm really big in Japan. They said up front. Not that I'm famous, I'm just big by Japanese standards. Not so big by African standards, it turns out. So there's that. All right, some of you that dick joke went, that's all right, move along, that's all right. Aside from touring the country, telling jokes and making movies, I also like to build and design haunted houses. We've done haunted house fans in there, haunted house fans? 3 people, perfect. One of my favorite things to do in a haunted house is to scare the hell out of old ladies. I don't know if y'all ever heard an old lady scream, but it sounds something like this. You bastard. You made me pee a little. Which of course gets me laughing so hard I start peeing a little. Then before I know it, we're doing this weird thing where we're peeing on each other in the middle of a haunted house. Becomes a whole different show. All right, we got some golden shower people here in Carson City, Nevada. We're going to have a good time on a Saturday night. And a little bit more about myself, ladies and gentlemen. I am a cancer survivor, by the way. We got any cancer survivors in here tonight? Cancer survivors? Just you want to go, let's go. I mean, also people are afraid. Here it is. Share with you guys my story. About 9.5 years ago now, I was diagnosed with cancer. Started a tumor in my spleen, ended up both my kidneys and my liver. It's actually down to 118 pounds, given 3 months to live. I've been in remission now for a little over 4.5 years. I'm doing quite well now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Was diagnosed with cancer around tax time. I knew it was tax time because I was getting my W-2s and 1099s in the mail. And since the doctor only gave me 3 months to live, I got this brilliant idea that I was going to claim all my dead relatives on my tax return. So that's what I did, ladies and gentlemen. I claimed every dead relative I had. I gave the IRS over $30,000 in tax payments that year. I got over $10,000 back thanks to a thing called earned income credit. I was having a few good last meals. I also got a few weeks later a certified letter from the IRS saying that if I didn't contact them within 48 hours, they're going to seize my bank account. So I did every smart man would do and cleared out my bank account once I had those bastards. Then I called up the IRS and the gentleman answered the phone. So Mr. Daniels shows over $45,000 now in back taxes and penalties on payment arrangements. And I said, no, sir. Only about a month left on this payment. I got cancer. Screw you. And I hung up the phone. 3 weeks goes by and I'm sitting in my doctor's office where I think it's going to be my last doctor's appointment. The doctor's looking at me, then he looks over at my chart, then back at me again, and he starts to smile and he says, Jake, your numbers are up, man. You might actually make it through this. And then I was like, fuck, man, really? Just ripped the IRS over $45,000. Now I got to pay those bastards back. And I got to pay those bastards back every penny, but that means I'm alive. I'm just ready to be here in Carson City with you guys. Thank you. So I was diagnosed with cancer. I was actually engaged to a different girl at that time. For wondering, yes, I do have Tourette's when it comes to marriage. I do. So I engaged a different girl at that time. I got out of the hospital just in time to catch her cheating on me. Strangely enough, she left me after that, and I miss her very much. So what I like to do is I like to keep a tampon on top of my TV to remind me of the twat that took my Roku player. That same lady recently posted on Facebook that she was feeling suicidal and standing on the edge, so I poked her. That same lady used to tell me to go get something to make her look beautiful, so I'd go get drunk. That's right, Carson City, you guys know the type. You know what, one more in her, I think some of you still kind of like her, that same lady. I don't want to call her a slut, but if she used a video game, she's rated E for everyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I almost sit up here and bash her because she was my fiance, and also at one point I did love her, so I'm going to share with you guys one of the happiest days of my life. It was 3 o'clock on a Sunday right at the church. She was there waiting for me at the altar. So I got out of the car, shut the door, walked up the steps and down the aisle towards her, smiling. When I got to her, I leaned over and kissed her gently on the cheek. Then I closed the lid on the fucking coffin. I call that joke survival of the fittest. I think it's hilarious. Some of you might feel bad for her when she left me when I had cancer, or whatever, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to move right along here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, some of you may know I also do a lot of magic in my act. I was recently in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I did the disc-ring tiger trick. However, before I get to that, I need a volunteer tonight to come up and help me out. Let's see. How about you? Would you want to help me out tonight? You'd be perfect. This is why you didn't want to sit in the front, right? And you just walk to your right over there. Dan will show you how to get up the stairs. And when she's on her way to the stage, got a couple questions. You guys want to see the disappearing tiger trick? All right, we're trying that one more time. We sound like a worn out Monday night crowd. It's Saturday night. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to see the disappearing tiger trick. I think the tiger is actually right here to my right. And ladies and gentlemen, due to budget constraints for this show, I can afford an actual live tiger. So I'm going to use an animal cracker tiger. Hope you guys are good with that. Let me look here and find there's an elephant's too fat. Giraffe has too long of a neck. Okay, there's a tiger right there, perfect. Here, ladies and gentlemen, there's a tiger right there. Hope everybody sees it right. There's a tiger right there. I'm going to take the tiger, I'm going to slide it right into this hand like so. Then I'm going to sprinkle some magic dust over the tiger. There's magic dust right there. Magic dust. And then I open my hand, the tiger's gone. It's amazing, I know. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a volunteer going to come right up here to my right, if you would. Wear this down for you a little bit. Over. And what's your name?
Casey.
Casey, perfect. About the right height. You just talking to that, that's good.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead and try Casey.
Casey.
Casey, perfect. You guys are okay? All right, excellent. Casey, you single, married, Facebooking? What's going on?
Single.
Single, perfect. Casey, got a couple more questions for you. Do you like big decks or little decks?
I like a big deck.
You like a big deck. And she cannot lie. That's good, Casey. Got a little deck right here.
Okay.
Little deck. Yeah. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you guys the deck real quick. All the cards are completely different. They're all completely different. And here we're going to do here, Casey. I'm going to flip the deck and you tell me when to stop, okay?
Okay.
Ready? Here we go.
Stop. Oh, that was
Okay,
fast.
I
Okay.
know we're in Carson City, Nevada. You're probably used to taking your time, Casey.
All right.
Okay. So be a little bit faster, Casey. Ready? Here we go.
Stop. That's not really fair.
Well, you try it. And this might be why you're single. You gotta learn how to say stop.
Oh my God.
All right, let's try it one more time.
Okay.
Casey. I'll give you one more chance. Ready? Here we go. Be fast.
Stop.
I can freaking Let's just go this way, real nice and slow.
Stop.
All right, perfect. It's almost like we're married. You're telling me to stop. Oh, that's weird. So, Casey, go ahead and take that card for me right on the top. Look at that memory. I'm going to show the audience. I'll turn my head this way so I can't see anything. Perfect. Everyone see that card okay? You guys got it? You guys got it over there? Perfect. Casey, go and slide that right back in there for me if you would. No, not there. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. It's mine. Put it right there. And then you go, Casey, here over here. I'm going to just slide the deck of cards in and push that back. Then I'm going to snap my fingers, Casey, and what do you think the chances are your card's still in the deck?
Pretty good.
Like 100%?
Yes.
Holy crap. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you for the second time in the history of ever, a woman is wrong.
Oh, hey.
The first time was that woman in that Johnny Depp trial. That just was way wrong. The second time happened right here on this stage tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and just Casey, you wanted a magician snaps your fingers, crazy shit happened. In this case, your card's absolutely not in the deck. Since I'm going to be over in that saxophone right there, man, would you mind just reaching in? You want to yeah, you right there, perfect. Just reach your hand in the saxophone, pull out the strap if you would, and then just reach inside there and pull out that card. And you can show the audience right there. That's going to be the 3 of clubs. So you grab the 3 of clubs right there. And go and check out the deck. Make sure not other 3 of clubs in there. Keep it completely honest. Perfect.
That might take a second.
Yeah, just go and check it out. Check out the deck. I know it's smaller than you like, but just look through there.
Won't take as long. It's all right.
I also know it's hard delivery cards when you're high, Casey. I do it every night, but no judgment, right? We're friends. And is there 3 clubs in there, Casey?
There is not.
So that's the magic right there, ladies and gentlemen. So for you guys. And Casey, here's what I'm going to do here next. I'm going to flip the deck one more time. This way, just nice and slow. Just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Right there. Casey, go and take that card for me right at the top. Look at it, memorize it. Show the audience one more time. We're going to show to them. Perfect. Everyone see that card? You guys got it? Yes, perfect. You guys got it over here. Casey, go and slide that right back in there for me. Perfect. And here we're going to do here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to take the deck of cards and slide it right back into here like so. Right into here. And Casey, I'm going to snap my fingers. Did you feel that?
I did.
Holy shit, they never feel it. Starting to like you, Casey. We're going to try it again. That's how much I'm liking you, Casey. I'm going to snap my fingers again. You feel it that time?
I did.
Holy shit, that's amazing because you're not going to believe what's actually in your shirt right there, Casey. The card is actually right in there. You want to just reach in there in your shirt and grab it for me? It's actually right there.
No.
I can see it poking out. It's actually right there, Casey. It's actually right there. I'm gonna need that card
Nothing.
back. It's very expensive, Casey. It's in your bra, Casey.
No, it's
actually right in
not.
there. Check the bigger side, Casey. It's probably on the bigger side.
Nope.
Is it in there?
No.
Well, that would have been good though, right?
You did make me look, so.
Too bad I can't do that shit. That's why I'm here, not in Vegas. Casey, whatever. Choose do something else. Whatever. Try this, Casey. Let's see. We'll try this one here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you guys this deck real quick. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, all the cards are completely different. They're all completely different. And here we're going to do this time, Casey. Just go and touch the back of any card you want. Touch the back of any card you want. That one right there?
Yeah.
Perfect. Go and take that card for me. Look at it, memorize it. Go and show it to the audience if you would. Go and show it to them. Perfect. So you guys think I don't know what I'm doing at my own show, but thank you very much. It's just diamonds right there. Just diamonds right there. Seriously, 30 years of my life with no pranks, so thank you. So I'm going to put that right back there for me, if you would, Casey, and watch really closely, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take the other half of the deck, put it right back there on top, and I'm going to snap my fingers, ladies and gentlemen, and watch what happens. Since the diamonds actually jump straight to the top of the deck right there. There's a sense of diamonds right there. Stop the silence, thank you very much. Let's try this one more time, Casey. Watch closely, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put it right back there on the top. Now I'm going to shove it down like so, ladies and gentlemen. Shove it down like so. And Casey, we're going to make a stop right there. We're going to take that again for me over there. Once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is a diamond right there. This is a diamond right there. All right, here's what I'm going to try here, Casey, to show you guys this deck one more time. All the cards are completely different, ladies and gentlemen. They're all completely different. And there's that pesky six of diamonds right there. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm going to do is going to shake this deck up like so. And shake this up like so. And, sir, you recognize that motion? You never played with your deck before, huh? So check this out, ladies and gentlemen. When I shake the deck, all the cards actually change to the six of diamonds right there. I'll show you one more time. So I'll change to the six of diamonds right there. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Now they're all completely different. Once again, they're all completely different.
Woo.
Thank you very much. All right, Casey, we do a couple more tricks and I'll let you go
Okay.
back to your seat, all right?
Yes.
What do you do? What's your job?
I'm a hairstylist.
You're a hairstylist. Cool. How long have you been doing that for?
Maybe almost 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
Right on. So you self-employed also, or just
Self-employed.
right on? I think you get that. Sometimes you be in there working for yourself. You make pretty good money doing that?
Yeah.
I got a question for you. If I give you a different job, pays over $100,000 a year, comes with full benefits, you only have to work like 20 hours a week, would you take that job, Casey?
Not knowing what it is, no.
Well, I'm going to give it to you anyways, Casey.
Okay.
Congratulations. Boom, you're a stripper.
Awesome.
Look how happy the guys are bringing the deck. All right, Casey, we'll do one more trick here, and I'll let you go back to your seat. Do one more trick with you. Here's what we're going to do here. Do this one here. It's just a regular deck of cards, Casey. I'm going to show you this in a minute. Just go ahead and pick any card you want. Doesn't matter if I see it. I'll show you why in a second. Just pick any card. Or you got the queen of clubs.
Oops, I got two.
Oh, you can got three. Look at that.
Oh.
Take that card. And you're going to be here, Casey. Then sign your name right across the front of that card. If you would, write your name right across the front. And, yeah, perfect. And if you have good credit, don't put your social security number. I appreciate it.
Do you want this back?
Yeah,
Not
you
yet.
got bad credit, you might
No.
be bad. It's fine. Whatever, Casey. All right, this might be why you're single. I'll just say that. And then there's Casey's signature right there at the top side of the Queen of Clubs right there. And we'll be here, ladies and gentlemen. Casey, I'm just going to cut these up like so. And Casey, you've seen some sleight of hand stuff tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know about sleight of mouth here in Carson City? You ever seen sleight of mouth?
No.
No. But what I'm going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, and Casey, I'm going to find your card with my tongue. Would that be true, Casey? I'll find your card with my tongue?
Well, sure.
Probably wish you could put your phone number right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Casey and ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to find your card with my tongue. Here we go. Calm down, sir. You're looking at this thing with a deck in their mouth. It's just cards, man. Just cards. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one more card left. It has to be the Jack of Spades. Well, it's not your card, Casey. You have your card forward. Quick, get before my mouth is actually right here. You want to get it?
No, I'm going to let you handle that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Casey, check this out right here. There is your signature right there. On the
Oh, my
glove,
goodness.
ladies and gentlemen. And now you all know I've been married and divorced 3 times, but whatever, no judgment, right? No judgment. And just put this back real quick, Casey. I do have a parting gift for you before you go, since you're single. These are for you tonight. Here's some fresh batteries for you. These are for you. Ladies and gentlemen, go to Casey. Are you ready for it? Thank you very much. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I travel all over the world doing comedy and magic for a variety of different audiences. I raise over $80,000 for different charities. The way I do that is by selling these shot glasses. This is Jake Daniels' Cancer shot glass. It's $5. I donate money to this to Seattle Children's Hospital for children's cancer research. I also have a thank you veteran shot glass. You know, the veterans in there, any veterans? Let me go for a veteran in the house. Thank you, power bills getting clothes and stuff like that, and they can't afford to do so. I also love animals, ladies and gentlemen, so I recently started raising money for nearest animal shelters I can find. This is Jake Daniels for the Love of Animal Shop Glass. It's also $5. Like I said, I donate that to the nearest animal shelter. If you don't want to help out with any of the charitable causes, I have a couple skull shot glasses for you. We just keep that between us. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I do have a Jokers and Jester Comedy Tour shot glass. That's a tour I'm part of. And this is Jokers and Jester Comedy Tour shot glass. It's also $5. Now go ahead and link this one right in my bank account. All right. Thanks for the golf class. That's very kind. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier, I did recently get married again. I had a few crazy dating experiences before I got married. I was on Tinder and Plenty of Fish. Anyone else in here on Tinder or Plenty of Fish, by the way? Oh, shit. Is it the wrong website here in Carson City? Is it farmersonly.com? I did meet a tap dancer about 10 years ago on Tinder, and I dated that girl for 3 months and actually broke up with her because she was a tap dancer. And every time we walk into the bar, she started looking at the floor. She's always like, yeah, I would tap that. And that's the way she talks. She scared the hell out of me. Let's see how you guys do with this. I met another girl on Tinder that could squirt out of her vagina. Oh, apparently somebody over there did too. I know what y'all are thinking, surprised the hell out of me too, so I got up and put my clothes back on. I went home and Googled squirty vagina. And apparently that's not something you should Google on your mom's computer. But I did find out women can actually squirt out of their vagina, and that's why I kept her around. That's why I married her, because I don't know if you all know, but I'm from California, and California's in a drought. And we just finished putting in our pool 3 weeks ago. We all by the pool party, we had a great time. All right, whatever, put that in back over. So I recently in Dominican Republic, I booed off stage. Believe it or not, I booed off stage for telling the audience to sit at home with my parents. As soon as I said it, the whole audience was like, boo, boo. So I decided right then and there is the last time I'll ever do a charity event for an orphanage. Had a lot of fun in the Dominican Republic. Got to go zip lining through the jungle. I went rock climbing. I swam with the dolphins and the sharks. While walking on the beach, I discovered getting oral sex from an ugly person is a lot like rock climbing. Don't look down. Come on, you guys know. My second night here, I know, but whatever. How many baseball fans down here and I play? Baseball fans? 3, 4, perfect. My dad actually taught me a lot about baseball. He said, Jake, baseball is a romantic game. What you want to do is you want to take a girl out of the game, and if you kiss her on the strikes, she'll kiss you on the ball. Romantic. Any more baseball fans down there? I do want to give a quick shout out to my dad. My dad's been gone now for about 10 years. I miss him very much, and I have a beautiful garden at home in Northern California where I live at. And after Dad died, I thought it'd be a nice gesture to spread his remains throughout my garden. My family was pissed at me, though, because he wasn't cremated yet. Made great Halloween props, though, just saying. People are like, how'd you get it so real? I'm like, oh, don't worry about it, it's fine. So I recently arrested for getting in a bar fight, and that sucked. I arrested for getting in a bar fight. 7 officers came in and threw me down on the ground and pinned my arms behind my back. One officer finally asked me, he said, sir, is there anything else that we need to know about? And I was like, yes, Mr. Officer, I have 7 assholes on top of me. Oh, shit. Is there cops in here, by the way? I do like cops, just like them a whole lot better than leaving the hell alone and harass other people. The other day I was talking to a cop and he told me about this gentleman that committed suicide by hanging himself. True story, right before he hung himself, he put a suicide note in Scrabble tiles. The only problem was when he hung himself, he swung into the Scrabble tiles and knocked them all over. So for the police to figure out what the note said, they had to play hangman. And that's the best suicide joke you're ever going to hear. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Let's see. I recently did a survey, asked 100 women what type of shampoo they like to use while in the shower. 98 of those women responded with, "How the hell did you get in here?" Let's see. One more joke. Bastard. Anyone have any more papers to hand forward, by the way? Any more? Just hand those forward, put them with the rest here in a second. How about New Year's resolution? Do you want to keep your New Year's resolution all year long? We're all the way into, where are we at already? We're into October 1st today. Holy moly. You don't keep your New Year's resolution all year long? Nobody. You guys are shaking heads like you gave up on the first day. My New Year's resolution was to burn more calories. So I set a fat kid on fire. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do one more trick before I wrap up and get out of here tonight. So let me move some stuff around again. That's what we're going to do with this. And this out right here. And ladies and gentlemen, so what you guys did earlier, you guys wrote down on a piece of paper something that you thought could fit in an empty mason jar. And actually, you know what, I got a few more tricks we're going to do real quick. I do have one card. There's a whole audience trick, actually. We have one card over here, one card only, ladies and gentlemen. So here's what we're going to do tonight. On the count of three, I think I get you guys all on the same wavelength. On the count of three, I want you to all yell a card at me. Choose one of the 52, so no jokers. And we'll try this. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's every card you guys said right there. Every card you guys said right there. You guys thought you were going to stump the magician? Try this one here. Let's see. You, sir. What was your card? Nine of spades. You want to keep it or change it?
What are we doing here?
I don't think you can change it. Nine of spades. Final answer?
Sure.
All right. Says the nine of spades, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out right here. I do have one deck of cards right here and one deck only. Just pull this out. I'm going to show you guys real quick. All the cards are completely face up. They're all completely face up, except for one card right back here, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be face down right there. And you just going to take that card for me, if you would, ma'am, and show that to everyone. It's right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's the nine of spades right there, right there. Nine of spades. All right. And we'll try another, do something with you, sir, if you don't mind. We know you like decks. You ever seen one of these before? Magic wand. So you ever have me try to, like, you see how it stays nice and stiff? You think you can handle that? All I want you to do is just hold it just like that for me. Okay? You can spin it around, just hold on. No, sir, you gotta hold that out. Nice, and again, watch. Just sit like that. You just stroke it a little bit. And, use the magic wand. So you want to try again? You want to hold it from this end, and then you want it to the middle. And try again. Alright, we'll try something else, sir. I'm just gonna put my wand back. You got this problem at home? You need a pill? No. So here we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Set this trick up that we were talking about a second ago. We got all the papers right here in this plastic bag, and this over here. And let's see. You, ma'am, right here. If you can just come here and reach your hand into the bag for me and turn your head and cough. All right, sorry, that's a wrong trick. done, check out the jar, make sure it's not an illusion, that it's completely empty. You just open it up if you want to, or not, just an empty jar, right? Yep. And what was your name?
Jan.
Jan? So you didn't do anything by helping me out by putting anything in this jar or anything like that, right? Well, thanks a lot. So here, ladies and gentlemen, let me just take these ideas right here that I got from the last table, slide them into this bag, so we have everything. Perfect. And then, Jan and ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do here, I'm going to open up this piece right here like so. I'm going to slide the jar in there like so, close this up. Then, ladies and gentlemen, make it that much harder for me. I'm going to take the first case, take the lock off the second case. And, Jan, would you mind coming up here real quick? Ladies and gentlemen, give it for Jan. You have to walk through the stairs there. And I'm going to take the first case, ladies and gentlemen, and slide it into the second case right here. We'll just make her way to the stage and close this up. I'm going to have her make this drawing for me. And let's see up a little bit. Perfect, Jan. I'm going to come right over here. What I want you to do, Jan, is just close your eyes and reach to the bottom of the bag and don't look kind of while you choose your own. But you got one thing and one thing only, if you would. One and one only. Perfect. You want to look at that and tell me what it says? So if I make this appear in a jar.
Vagina.
Vagina. Wow, Carson City. All right, so Jan, what I want you to do when I open up this case, I want you to verify that there's only one jar in this case, all right? And ladies and gentlemen, I gotta ask, how amazing would it be if I could make a vagina appear on a jar?
Amazing.
I mean, I think I'd have a lot more new friends if I could make a vagina appear in a jar. We're gonna try this, Jan, so I'm gonna open up the first case, ladies and gentlemen. And then what you do, Jan, just look in the second case when I open it up, make sure there's only one jar in there and one jar only. See that?
That's it.
One jar, perfect. So we're gonna do here, ladies and gentlemen, Jan. I think I got this. Please let me a vagina. Not the first time I've said that. But ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Casey, there's the 6 of diamonds from earlier right there. There's the 6 of diamonds. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a vagina in the jar right there. The vagina in the jar that was once empty. And ladies and gentlemen, go one more time to Jan. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jake Daniels. Thank you and have a great night.
Keep it going for Jake Daniels, everybody! Wait a second, before you leave, what Jake didn't tell you is he does a bunch of stuff for charity. You want to tell about the charity stuff real quick? You sell stuff? Yeah. Rock on.
So we got a whole bunch of merchandise back here. I got pot smokers in here tonight. So I do have a Jokers and Jester fake lighter. It has all 4 members of Jokers and Jester. It comes with a knife to help clean up your pipe with. And if someone steals your lighter, you can stab them and take it back.
I'm gonna hang one of this.
And I guess Brian. See, I told you I'd make a new friend. And also I have t-shirts. I have one t-shirts all grade from small to double X, or 1 for 25, 2 for 40. And I have a variety of different shot glasses, 7 different kinds, 3 for us, 4 for charities. Those are all $5 each, and you do cash credit or cash out. Or if you just want to come by and take pictures, you're welcome to do that as well.
Rock on, brother.
Thank you very much, brother.
Good job. Make sure you stop by. Jake, he does an awesome job for charities. We really appreciate what he does. You guys have a good time tonight? We're not done yet. Sit down. I gotta plug the rest of this shit. There's other comics. Jake's not the only fucking guy that plays here. Jake Daniels, everybody. Next week, making his return is Chris Tinkle, a great comedian. He's gonna have a good time. All of October, we're lined up with great comedians. Chicago Steve Barkley will be here the week after that. Ron Coleman making his first appearance. And the last weekend of the month, oh, God, I can't believe it. You have to come. It's Nevada Day weekend. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. So you guys all have a good time tonight? We appreciate you guys, every one of you guys being here. Thank you so much. If you had a good time, tell your friends. If you didn't have a good time, tell them you're at fucking Fandango. That's what we do. One more time for Dan Ellison, everybody. And one more time for Jack Daniels. One more time for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We'll see you all next time.